hear it.
Welcome back to Battle School Dropouts, a podcast about anime and free speech. My name is... we are the three Digidestined here. My name is Bakari, and I'm joined here by Stu. And making his return appearance for probably our weirdest episode, here's Brendan.
Hello. I'm so happy that this is what brings me back. I only want to do this kind of shit on this show. If you offer me something normal, I would say no.
Fuck no.
Oh, God, no.
We never insult you like that.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming because we talked about it on the Serial Experiments Lane episode, which you were on.
Which was in like the 20s or something, right? It was,
yeah. And,
The 1920s.
so, yeah.
that.
And now we're in the 2020s. He's back. Every 100 years, Brendan shows it. It's like fucking Castlevania.
Yeah. I get reborn to talk about the woke mind
He's
virus.
gonna come and kill Brendan again.
I get resurrected every couple years to fight the left.
Someone's got to do it. Thank you for your service.
You know,
sir.
we've been talking about the last few
Veterans Day
episodes of on YouTube Shorts. We always get Joe Rogan podcast. Maybe now that we're talking about the political correctness episode.
Oh, this is gonna fuck us. It's gonna. fuck
no,
our
we're gonna be
algorithm
good,
so
dude. We're
bad.
gonna be up on those YouTube Shorts and all.
Hey,
that.
you know, yeah. I guess we
Yeah.
got to start. We got to start plumbing this episode for shorts because
Yeah.
YouTube loves showing people some weird all right shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and get excited, guys. Next episode, we've got Jordan Peterson. He's coming to talk about Boku no Pico, so it's going to be really good. Anyways, Brendan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just really want you guys to make that hard right turn.
Yeah.
That's
bound to happen.
that's where you guys get you like get on the ground running for like far right anime stuff. I think there's going to be a demand for it.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been looking for a good grift for a while.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I'll sell fucking anime brain supplements or whatever.
I'm like there. That's the only reason why that hasn't been a thing yet is because it's not a good grift, right? Like I've seen enough people try.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
so in doing research for this episode,
Ooh.
so today we're talking about.
Oh, right. Let's actually talk.
Yeah,
What
let's-
we're talking about.
So
here.
I help me if I get the name wrong here.
You got
It's Chiaki Konaka.
I don't remember it,
God
but that
damn it, you're
sounds right.
useless to me.
That sounds very correct.
He wrote Serial Experiments Lane and Digimon Tamers.
That's the third one.
Season 3. So he wrote that, and there is a stage play that's become mildly infamous on the internet where the Digidestined or the Digimon Tamers battle against political correctness.
Yeah, they're all grown up except Takato for some reason.
So
He's like the tie of season 3.
Yeah, and we're gonna be talking about that this episode.
Yeah.
I had somewhere I was going with this, but I don't fucking remember. Whatever. I'm really excited to talk.
There's
about
just
this.
context.
Yeah, exactly. So since we're doing this episode, what's your guys' most politically incorrect belief? What do you guys want to put out there?
Okay. Ooh, this is. Oh.
Me personally, I'm just too caring. I'm a really nice guy. That's my political incorrect belief. What do you guys got?
The job interview.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
I
like
work too hard.
Oh, man,
I
I just-
care too much.
Yeah, I will work over 40 hours. You don't have to pay me. I'm just so good. Ugh.
I just take pride in my work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a reward in of itself.
Exactly.
I've been working a lot of comedy shows lately, like over at the theater I work at. Every single one of them talks about political correctness and like they have to say political correctness or cancel culture at some point, whether
yeah.
derisively or like non-derisively. Like, everybody's got to fucking talk about it.
No, everyone. It's ridiculous.
It's like this perfect little barrier where, like, you know, in front of the right people, naturally, if you preface all your jokes with that first, then like if they don't like your comedy, that means they're a fucking beta cut.
Oh yeah,
That
no.
means that they're a low testosterone little fucking beta boy and they
yeah.
don't like comedy or whatever.
Yeah, I remember there was this era of like YouTube where there was a lot of like shocking humor or whatever that
Oh,
was
yeah.
just racism.
Oh yeah.
And if
yeah.
you were
Oh.
like, hey, that's racist, they're like, you're just too sensitive.
You're a pussy.
Yeah,
Yes.
like sorry that the political correct agenda has gotten to
Oh
you.
yeah.
There
It's
was
like, but there isn't a joke.
there was like two genres of like online comedy in like 2010. It was racism and I'm cheating on my girlfriend. That was it. It's just like a sketch of like a guy's girlfriend is like, hey, can I see your phone for a second? And then he like jumps off the roof or whatever because he'd rather do that than show her his phone.
Yep. It's
Dark times.
Dark times.
And it was weird back then too when someone would just show you a video on your phone and they're like, this is incredibly racist. You just have to be like, okay, that
Yeah. Cool, man.
cool. Wow, yeah.
Get out of my house.
It was just some fucking coworker.
Yeah, it's just like you just have to live with this or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On the move.
That's always like the worst fucking part of like really like any job. It still comes up. Like you'll just be hanging out with somebody and they'll just say something like really misogynist or something. You just kind of have to be like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I don't want to make this a whole thing, so I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah. It's mostly just like, I don't know, in my experience, it's just like, I don't have the energy to have this conversation with this person right now.
What do you think the actual percentage of if a stranger says to you, hey, have you seen this video, and then shows your YouTube video, it's going to be good?
Oh. Well, if it's me, it's always going to be good because I'm going to show you the hot dog shooter guy video.
Every fucking time. Christian Wood shoots a mean dog.
Oh, dude, I was hanging out with a coworker last night and he hadn't seen the hot dog shooter video. And I was like,
such a good time.
I got to show. Like, that's all. Next time I see this guy, we're just talking hot dog shooter.
Maybe I mentioned this on the last episode. I can't remember, but my brother and I, we take turns trying to gross each other out. And I managed to find out recently that he'd never seen the Vaporeon copy pasta. So I got to be the one to introduce him to that. Stu, you're giving me a look like you don't know
I
the
don't know
Vaporeon
what that
copy
is.
pasta.
What is?
All right.
What is it?
We're gonna have to like just edit. I don't even know how this is gonna end up in the fucking thing. But
Okay, we'll cut here to my reaction.
There you go.
Wow.
I hate
And
that.
scene.
How did this? Was it CUM? Is that last come? Is it right as come?
No, that is COME.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll come back. I think.
Oh,
man.
okay.
I mean, that's a bit of a disappointing opportunity for a pun, but wow, yeah, that went to a level I wasn't ready for.
I was talking about how great a day I had showing this to my brother, and now I get to do it all.
yeah.
This is
wow.
the best.
This is what a great day.
Oh my
for
god, yeah.
What?
everyone.
This is a big day for me.
Tail whip?
It's like, yeah, I don't really understand where tail whip goes in there.
The rest of them seem it was like a track. I don't know what the tail whip is for.
So
Is that to get jacked off or?
reading the description in a lot of the games for tail whip, I think it's like a mistranslation. It should probably be more like tail wag, because like tail whip, its only effect is it lowers defense, right? And like the idea, I think, is that it like wags its tail in a cute way, and that lowers the opponent's like defenses. They're like, oh, it's being cute. So like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like a twerking
foreplay?
thing. Yeah. I don't know.
I hate this. I hate this.
Stu, which Pokemon would you fuck if you had to?
Oh well, you know.
Well, let's just get right into it.
Let's just go. Yeah, this is. I forgot this is the episode where we get canceled. So I don't know.
This is the free speech
Magmar,
episode.
Maybe. Yeah.
The
Magmar.
lava?
Magmar, he's got this DSLs, you know.
This is our worst episode.
Oh, I'm having such a good day.
Man.
Hey, so speaking of getting canceled and all that, Bakri, what's your hottest Sonic take?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Give me some magma hot Sonic take.
I don't know if I have some like magma hot Sonic
Give me
takes.
just the
I think
strongest
colors is worse than secret rings.
You're done.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of people who get like upset about that, but like I mean, Lost World isn't that bad. Like it's bad, but not that bad. Blaze the Cat should be more playable in more games, but I think that's just. Like,
I
think
everybody thinks.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I believe that.
Yeah, right. Blaze the
Yeah.
Cat is dope. Sonic Rush was a fun game.
Dang.
That was the first thing you said that I understood regarding.
That's the thing. I'm like, what can I say that I actually believe that you two would like get? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh yeah, there's gonna be something crazy here. No,
And really, yeah. I don't know. I feel like my Sonic takes are like, I don't know. I just think Sonic's good.
Who's gooder, Sonic or Knuckles?
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
no hesitation in his voice.
Zero.
No hesitation. Damn.
Knuckles is sick. That's my boy.
heavy.
Where does Tails fall in your ranking?
Ooh. Modern Tails, like Tails nowadays, like he's like a 6 out of 10. Old Tails, like an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the best Sonic character other than Knuckles?
Best is in like my favorite. Best is in like the strong. What do you?
Who do you think is the best?
the best? That doesn't add any detail.
Who do you think is the best?
I think gosh, I really like Silver. Tikal might be my favorite one, or Cream, or her mom Vanilla.
There's moms in Sonic.
There is a mom. There's one mom.
One mom.
Until you get into the comics, Sonic actually has a mom and a dad and an uncle in the Sonic comics.
They all eat chili dogs together.
They don't, because they're all roboticized. It's like a tragic backstory thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's funny to think of Sonic having the tragic backstory.
I mean,
He's a dark, edgy character.
can fool you. Yeah.
I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't put those in those movies. That seems like a modern filmmaking trick. Let's make them dark.
That's
Well, because what's the deal? He's like an orphan raised by an owl in the movies.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one, so
Oh,
That's in the first movie, that's where they established
Yeah.
that Long Claw is like his caretaker of some kind.
Oh, here's a hot. I remember this happened the other day. What I shared once with you guys is I said the first movie was just okay. It never looked at me like I fucking killed their mom.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Just okay.
just okay.
I was like, it's fine.
It's good.
It's a great time.
Good time. Fuck you.
Yeah. Get out.
Yeah, get off this podcast.
Like seriously, like it was a room full of people. Everyone was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Hell yeah.
You're the guy with
that party.
You're the guy with like the strongest Sonic take here.
Yeah, actually.
Who knew? Who knew?
Oh fuck, man. I don't even know where to go from here.
I
mean,
like the werehog levels.
Oh.
That's not that hot. It's me and John Carpenter, baby. We're
Oh shit.
yeah.
God, I just want to get high and play Sonic with John Carpenter so badly.
Yeah.
That's like
Yes.
that's like been a dream. I just want to hang out with him one day.
Yeah. No, we said it on the last episode. Like, we just want to hang out with John Carpenter, but only to talk about Sonic.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what
I'm
he
not gonna
prefer.
mention a
He
single fucking thing about his movies.
oh yeah, he would be like great. He just wants to talk about Sonic and NBA basketball. And that's-
Hell yeah.
I would and
Open invitation. John Carpenter. Hit us up.
always welcome.
Yeah.
And he does this thing too, where he like just watches the NBA, but then he always like becomes a fan of the team that wins the championships. I hope one day the Kings get good enough while he's alive, and then they actually win. And then John Carpenter is like, "Congratulations to the Sacramento Kings," and I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah. It starts coming out to Kings game.
God, we need it.
If only. Yeah, we need the
One of
John.
these days.
The Kings need the John Carpenter bump.
Oh God, we do.
The JC bump.
The JCB.
JCB.
Hey guys, it's Stu. I just wanted to add this little piece of context. We're cutting out a section here where we got just a little too blue with our jokes here, so we thought we'd just nix that. So, anyways, I'm just adding this part to add a little bit of context. We started making jokes about libertarians, and that's kind of what we're talking about when it gets back to. All right, have fun. Bye.
I'm cutting this out.
No.
No.
No,
This
because
is
I have to line it up with the video, so don't cut it. I'll totally cut it out. I'll totally cut it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, could you?
oh my God, they should let libertarians make anime. Watch the
Yeah, I know libertarians like anime, but I don't know if any of them are out there making anime.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's our next episode, I guess. We got to find the most libertarian anime out there.
I'll get like a Rand Paul anime.
Yeah, because I've found like fascist anime. I know
yeah,
that's a big thing.
yeah,
Oh,
sure, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I can't. Yeah, libertarian.
Yeah, see.
Pokemon letting a 10-year-old just go out into the world.
Well, no, Pokemon is centrist because let's Pokemon go to the polls.
Oh, excuse me. That's all Ash is
That's
trying to do.
true.
He's just trying to vote for Hillary.
Exactly.
I started playing Pokemon Go recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started Pokemon going to the polls in 2023.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's not good, but I've been walking so much more.
Oh,
And that feels great.
It does seem like that helps with that. Like,
Yeah. I'm getting sunlight and I'm like getting steps in.
Yeah, you're charging your solar beam.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I have a Ninetales that knows Solar Beam for some reason.
Interesting.
It's a fully evolved fire type that's not Flareon, so it'll
Right.
Going back to previous episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I still see people like I'll see like a big group of like people who don't seem like they would be hanging out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, everyone is into Pokemon Go
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're still like, and like it's like in random places too. It's like the public parks, but also like in Target parking lots or something.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a very common thing, but
Yeah, I see the
I,
state capital a lot.
yeah.
Oh sure, yeah, that's got to be. I remember when Pokemon Go first came out. Old Sac was where everyone was going. There was like
Yeah.
legit just crowds of people, and they were all playing Pokemon Go.
Well,
Crazy.
I think there was like Lapras was a rare Pokemon early on.
Yeah,
and you could
one
get
person lied and said there was a Lapras like down the river, and like everybody fucking swarmed over there.
That's great.
And maybe they didn't lie. Maybe that's just not how it works. Maybe it's just like like it's server side
They're
or
just
client
like-
side instead of server side. But
could be. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, but lying in Pokemon's a grand old tradition.
it's true.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
true.
Yeah,
Hey, there's
you know,
a Mew
yeah.
under the truck.
Yeah,
because you can surf on lava.
no, exactly. It's just like I think lying to people about how to get Pokemon is part of the grand tradition of Pokemon.
You know what? You're absolutely right. That person was a bigger fan than all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually an excellent point. I love that.
I live very close to a grocery store, and like I'm pretty sure a bunch of the employees play Pokemon Go because the grocery store has a gym inside it, and the way it works is like people battle to like take over the gym for their team. So there's red, yellow, and blue.
Oh,
and people
yeah.
are like, you beat the Pokemon in there, and then it changes to your color. And that shit is changing. Like it changes like 8 times a day. Like I'm pretty sure these employees are just fucking battling each other nonstop.
I hope they like come to fucking blows about it.
I hope so.
Dude, you're not even on break. Stop playing. Stop
what
playing.
are you doing? Go to another bathroom break, Jerry. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Wow, so you really had to shit for 30 minutes, huh?
And all of a sudden, my Darumaka's dead. Very
Yeah.
convenient.
Oh
huh?
yeah, that really worked out, huh?
But yeah, Pokemon Go's a good time. I swapped it out for Pikmin Bloom, which is the same fucking thing, but with Pikmin instead of Pokemon.
Oh, there you go. So
Well, it's not the same exact thing, but like
Doesn't have
it's-
Lapras.
It doesn't have Lapras,
Okay.
unfortunately. But it's got blue Pikmin, and they have funny little noses. And I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do the mobile gaming. I have too many vices. I can't open up that door for myself.
This is. I've fallen off of so many mobile games. Like I wanted to get into it for a while, and I was like, "There's nothing good. I don't give a shit." Unless you like spending real money to roll a slot machine for anime girls, like there's nothing for you there.
Yeah.
And it's not really even that I like this game. I think I just enjoy feeling good, and walking helps.
Fuck
feel
you.
good.
Whoa.
And
I love
that-
feeling bad.
You should give this a try, dude.
No, dude,
Yeah.
you got to try feeling bad.
Nah,
It's great.
I've dabbled. I've dabbled in feeling bad, but I'm really on this feeling good kick right now. You should try it.
All right, I don't know.
Yeah, hop on. You plug in.
That company that made Pokemon Go did a game before that I can't remember, but it was also like a go to places,
Okay.
shoot a laser beam at a thing or
Yeah.
whatever.
What?
That was like the template for all of this. It was
Yeah.
it was some made up. It was like our
I want to say it's like Invisor or something.
yeah, something like that. Some like bullshit sci-fi proper noun.
There was a big push for it when I went to Fanime for the first time. I was like, this is dope. Like an AR game where you're battling people all the time.
Yeah.
I like set up an account. I was talking to my friends who were there. I was like, what team are you? Oh, you're red team? Okay, I'll join red team. Okay, this is going to be great. We're going to do this. And I think I like started my account. I played for like 10 minutes and then never touched it again.
That's amazing.
You know that Pokemon Go came out on my birthday?
Did it?
Do you know that it overshadowed that birthday?
Wonderful.
Maybe I should cut that out so people don't know what my birthday is.
Yeah, that'd be very easy to look that up. But
Yeah.
speaking of, what was the name of your first pet and the street you grew up on?
Oh, well, anyways, my passwords usually are.
Yeah, just cut right to the chase.
Yeah. And we'll pull up his ID and put that in front of the camera
Yeah.
too. And your passport and your social.
Credit card front and back, of course. Yeah.
So we're talking mobile games. What is do you guys have like a guilty pleasure game? Like a game that you feel like you shouldn't like, but you really like? Like, do you have like a mobile game type thing? My mom plays so much Candy Crush. Like, do you have something like that in your
sure.
life?
No, I mean like I do like the daily things. I do Wordle, I do like that one, but I don't really have any like maybe I used to. I guess I used to play like I did use. I mean, I played Angry Birds when that was coming out.
Oh,
but,
sure.
But that was
It's a
also
good
like,
time.
God, was that like over a decade ago at this point?
Oh yeah, so long.
Jesus
I feel like
Christ.
the movie is probably 10 years old at this point.
Oh boy.
Ah shit. Hannibal Buress, Angry Birds. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Is he in that?
He is. I think he might be the main character. Is it?
What? I gotta go home and download this movie.
Wow, have you not seen the
I
Angry
know, like-
Birds film?
I as a lover of trash, yes, I.
as a lover of cinema, I've
Oh,
seen Angry Birds.
It's like I confound people when I meet them because they're like, I thought you went to like film school and like movies. I'm like, I do, but I also like to
Yeah.
beat myself up and watch the worst shit in the fucking world.
Well, let me ask, how many times have you seen Cinderella? I know it's
Oh.
got to be a couple.
It's 3.
3? Okay.
3. Respectable.
Respectable.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
think-
good start. Yeah, I respect it.
I think that's where I'm at, yeah.
Yes, I'm at 3 with that.
We just watched it again last week.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Still going strong.
That's buck wild.
What do you, yeah, like do you go into thinking you're going to watch a part of it, then you end up watching the whole thing, or like what? Or do you just know I'm
That's
gonna
happened a couple of times, but no. Last week, Felicia was like, "You want to watch Cinderella?" I was like, "Yeah," and we just watched it.
What do you
To
get?
completion.
What do you get out of it at this
It's
point?
Watching a dope ass movie. What do you mean? What do you get out of it?
Like,
What do you
like,
get out of drinking water?
even to continue to live? No, like, what do you like? Like, even movies I really like,
Yeah.
you know, at a certain point, you get a little tired of it.
No, like legit. This might be like, it's probably in the running for movie I've seen the most times in my life. At this
Wow.
Wow.
Like it's not the number one. Like that's probably like I don't know, one of the Lord of the Rings movies,
Okay.
or like the Phantom Menace or something. But like
What other classics has it passed by? like
most of the movies I've seen in my life, just by virtue of because I don't really rewatch a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
like, Big Fat Liar, Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. That one, like that's up there, but like Cinderella's definitely beaten it by now.
Yeah.
Most of the Star Warses.
Okay.
I feel like Phantom Menace might still be ahead, but probably not at this point.
I was gonna say, just by virtue of seeing Cinderella 3 times, I think it puts it into like, in terms of movies I've rewatched, it puts it into like the top 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I mean like if you go over 2 watches of a movie, that's like
Yeah.
That's more than most of the
That's-
movies
that's-
you've seen
yeah,
in your life,
yes,
just
yeah.
categorically. you
Yeah.
know?
because I have movies like that where I've seen like a bunch, but I try and like swear out. I'm like, oh, I'll watch this. It's been like a couple years since I've seen a movie. This movie, so I'll
Yeah.
watch it again. Like I try and space it out. I don't like. It's very rare that I'm like, I'm gonna go back and rewatch this.
Yeah.
Just back to back.
No,
I mean-
it's- for some reason, yeah, Cinderella is like the one I'm always down to go back to.
Did you do like the childhood thing and basically you finished it and then you started it over immediately? Have you done that with that yet?
Ooh, no, I don't think I've ever. Well, no, I've watched it twice in a row once,
Okay,
and that was like early. That was early days.
okay, because like that was like the move at like sleepovers. You like watched the movie everyone was into, and then you're like, let's just fucking watch it again.
Yeah, I did that with the Frosty the Snowman, like the claymation one.
Rankin Bass one.
Yeah, as a young child. Like
I mean,
when
to be
was
fair,
4 or
that
5.
I think that was only like 20 or 30 minutes.
It was super quick, yeah. So I
Yes.
was just like, I finish it, run it back, and then do that like 2 or 3 times. Call it a day. But in like September, it didn't have to be anywhere near Christmas.
No.
Just like that. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I watched Star Wars pretty much back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a weird thing that I would do, and I don't know why. But so I'd be watching Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
They would get to Cloud City.
Okay.
And then my little kid brain would go, okay, now the movie's over. And I would turn it off.
What?
And I would start Return of the Jedi. And I didn't watch anything beyond that point for the first year or so that I was really like into Star Wars.
So you never watched like the reveal of him being like, I'm your father. Like you never
Yeah.
saw that
Yeah,
part.
totally.
Did
totally
you
never
not
saw
know
it.
that he was Luke's father?
Beyond that, like I was just like when I watched like Han in Kryptonite, I was just like, okay, yeah, Han's in Kryptonite now.
What the?
Yeah. What the fuck, 6-year-old me?
You would? That's really
That's
weird.
crazy.
There's like 20 or 30 minutes left of movie when it
There's
hits.
a lot of movie left. And really all the big stuff happens at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, I think there's like a bunch of Yoda stuff and like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't-
so much.
that's
Did
crazy.
you say when they get to Cloud City?
They'd be getting to Cloud City, and I
and you
would
just
go.
turn it- You don't even see Vader like block the lasers with his hands.
I don't see Vader. I don't see Lando.
was
I
gonna
don't
say,
see the
you
guy
didn't
with the
see
stinger on the
Lando?
back.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think when you start watching theory? Like, oh, who's this Lando guy? They're hanging out.
My kid me was just like, yeah, and then there's this guy here, and he's hanging out, and
It's
he's
just
helping him
that guy.
out. Sure, fuck it. I think, yeah, that's what I thought as a kid. Fuck it, you know? I think I don't know, maybe as a kid, you're just kind of like, because you watch shows and you don't watch them consecutively.
Yeah.
Prior to streaming and all that.
Yeah.
I just didn't think anything of it. I don't know.
No,
That's fair. You're
I
kind
don't know.
I feel like it was more normal to just not have the full picture in,
Oh.
like the TV days.
Yes.
Because you didn't a lot of the time. You missed an episode, that was gone until it reran.
Yes.
When I remember being like, I saw when they re-released
them in
Empire
theater,
Strikes
yeah.
Back in theaters, I was watching. I was like, okay, cool, movie's over, and I was like about ready to like started packing up my like popcorn or whatever, and I was like, whoa, there's more movie? What the fuck?
So this was like Stu in 1999 watching the re-releases.
Yeah, for something like that.
Yeah, because Phantom Menace is 99, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
98, 99, something
Yeah.
like that. And then you can tell that Attack of the Clones happens post 9/11
Mhm.
because they make a very clear point to mention how like Naboo is a democracy and how Queen Amidala was elected and she had to step down after her second term, which
Oh.
she's 14 in the first one, like canonically, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So they she ran for queen as a 14-year-old, got elected. Like, who did she beat?
George Lucas is a crazy man.
He's an insane person. I don't like the prequels, but I have a
You can be wrong,
fascination
it's
with them.
okay.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Hey guys,
hot take.
time to get canceled. I don't like the prequels, but man, just watching the sequels really make me go like, these aren't good, but damn.
At least the prequels are, you could tell it's a guy trying to make a movie and not a product like these new ones are. These new ones are like, hey, this is just a franchise. This is like, I'm just watching someone try to make literal dollar signs. And like George Lucas is like, oh, I'll tell a movie about how fascism could invade like a government, which is like, he's not good at doing it, but at least it's interesting.
It's an incredibly dull way of saying it, but yeah.
I still have not seen the sequel trilogy. I think
You-
I fell asleep halfway through The Last Jedi. Not even a dig at The Last Jedi. I was just sleepy. And then I did the same thing with Rogue One, and actually fuck Rogue One. I had no fun watching that movie. But,
Yeah.
And then just never saw the Skywalker one. So I'm 1.5 movies into the trilogy.
People really like Rogue One, and I don't get it.
I don't get
I
it
think
either.
Rogue
I
One
was literally
sucks.
just talking to someone about that because I was like, talking about how I don't watch Star Wars anymore, don't really give a shit. And then they were like, well, you should just watch Rogue One and Andor. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I've heard from a lot of people who generally have a lot of disdain for Star Wars say that Andor is really good, but like I feel like even if it was like I'm too far gone from that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just
universe at this point.
Andor could be as good as you want. Like Rogue One sucked. Like I don't want to watch anything relating to it.
yeah, I closed the door on Star Wars and I watch
I'm still
far
down for
right
the prequels.
Digimon.
I just watch Digimon now.
I'll go home and watch The Sound of Freedom after this.
Now you're talking.
We talked about it lightly in the beginning.
Talked about Digimon?
Yeah, talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. What was your experience with Digimon growing up? Like,
yeah,
Ooh,
that's,
yeah,
that's a
okay.
good question.
I'm gonna host your show for you.
Yeah, thank you. How does it feel to take over Battle School Dropout? That's a new question. I loved Digimon as a kid.
Yeah.
I actually I had created my own essentially like bootleg Digimon universe.
Hell yeah.
What?
That when I was a kid, I like drew out all my like own made up. It was like a combination of like Pokemon and
Literally
Digimon.
like Tamers, like the show.
Yeah,
Hell
kinda,
yeah.
And I did that.
It
and
works.
and I did it for like a year or two. Like, I had like
Whoa.
a whole series, thing. I had like a bunch of episodes that I had like thought through and everything, and
Wow.
they all followed the same format that Digimon at the time followed, where it's like, oh no, there's a thing, Digivolve into the next form. And so
Yeah.
every single thing had like different forms and all
Mhm.
that. So yeah, I really fucking like Digimon. And then the
Hell
second
yeah.
season came out, and I dropped off hard.
Oh really?
Yeah, no clue.
Damn.
Oh, I know why. Because my parents were getting divorced at that time. And I was really sad. That's why I dropped off Digimon.
Oh no.
I bet you were just like, yeah, I didn't care
Digi-divorced?
for the new characters, or
Divorced, Nope.
I guess that's a
Yeah.
pretty good reason. Can't knock you for that one.
Something like that.
I don't mean to laugh at your parents' divorce.
No, it was a really funny divorce, guys. I was cracking up the whole time.
There's so many good bits.
Yeah. The judge was doing bits during the trial. It was really good. They were all having fun.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay as a judge.
What about you, Bakri?
I also love Digimon growing up. I still enjoy Digimon, like to what degree I interact with it. I liked Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. I didn't watch as much Tamers as I did the other one. I think I kind of like dipped on Digimon a little bit. Though, you know what? No, I enjoyed the movie or like the games that were out around that time a lot more than I did the actual
Like
show.
the PlayStation games.
Yeah, the PlayStation games.
Those
like
games
World
were
1, 2,
really
3.
fun.
Yeah, those were all
Yeah.
great. Digimon Rumble Arena was a lot of fun. Hated the second one, but the first one was good.
Well, they were really fascinating because there was like a kind of a mysticism around it because like
Yeah.
you couldn't just jump on the internet and
Mhm.
look up a guide.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like, how do I get fucking Metal Greymon?
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
I make this happen?
And the thing is, like, unlike so in Pokemon, Squirtle evolves into Wartortle, evolves into Blastoise. That's kind of it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a Mega Blastoise or something. I don't fucking know. But in Digimon, a Digimon can digivolve into a completely different line, kind of at will, and it can be difficult in like Digimon World 3, for instance. Like, it can be difficult to know how to get to a particular Digimon because you have to go like a completely roundabout way to do so.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a very difficult game to play without a guide, and it was very difficult to play with a guide at the time unless you just bought the like Brady Games one or whatever.
I remember having the little Digimon Tamagotchi thing, and I could not get my little guy to not evolve into the shit Digimon.
Oh.
That's just a poop.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Wow.
feel like that was an issue for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
But
But yeah.
I did come back for the fourth series of Digimon Frontiers, the one where they transform into the Digimon like they're Power Rangers.
Oh, like a
Wait,
magical
the kids change into
The
Digimon?
kids, there are no like partner Digimon. There's just these 5 kids, and they turn into the Digimon when need be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they get like different Digimon forms or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought that one was that was a lot of fun. They had like a 6th kid at one point, and he's like super dope because like his element was like darkness, and it was really sick. Yeah,
Wow, they did lean into Power Rangers.
yeah,
That's
he was like
great.
a bad guy, and then he was a good guy. Yeah, he was very
Okay.
Power Ranger-y. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
What about you, Brendan? Where do you fall on the Digimon line?
I remember liking it quite a bit. It was definitely seemed like this is gonna sound so fucking dorky, but it was just like, but even as a kid, I was like, I even get protected like, oh, everyone likes Pokemon, but Digimon's the thinking man.
No, I remember there being a big argument
Yes.
with kids about what was cooler, Pokemon or Digimon. And one of the digs at Digimon, I remember at the time, was that all of the monsters end in Mon.
Yeah.
And that was bad for some reason.
Mhm.
I don't see a problem there.
There's
No,
not, yeah.
no, it was bad.
No, and like it was kind of, at least to me, it seemed universally agreed that the Pokemon anime was bad and Digimon was actually like an entertaining story. Like it actually
Yeah.
like you actually had fun watching Digimon.
Yeah. Because I remember at a certain point with Pokemon, like just realizing, even as a child, like, oh, every episode's the same.
Yes.
Like after like a first, like, I don't know, maybe 20 episodes or so, it's like every episode's the same. Like they're going to go to like Team Rocket would show up and I would get annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, all right, fuck. And then they're
Yeah.
going to deal with Team Rocket. They're going to blast away. And then the episode's going to fucking end. And there's going to be a character who's going to be like, I can't wait to see you again, Ash. And we'll never
Yes.
fucking see him again.
Yep. And then eventually they do call back on a character or two every once in a while, and then it's been so long that you're just like, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, remember when you helped us out with that thing? It's like, no, I don't remember. that.
Yeah. And so I remember being mad. I think Digimon was like a Saturday morning cartoon, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. It was on. Well, it was on Fox.
Yes, yeah, it was on- yeah.
Bunny Ear TV.
And I couldn't watch it every week just because the 90s thing of your parents forced you to do sports. And it was always Saturday morning. So I'd had to miss that. And so like I would very rarely get to watch it, which always pissed me off because I
That's
wanted
rough.
to watch it.
Yeah.
But I always really liked it. And like I had my friend who was the PlayStation friend had the had the Digimon games, and I remember just going over there to hang out and play those a lot because they
Hell
were
yeah.
really fun. And I could say like I kind of blend those and those Monster Rancher games in my head too.
Totally.
I love the Monster Rancher anime, but I never played one of the games.
Oh, the game's so good.
Missed out on that completely.
Dude, I remember, like, I wasn't gonna bring it up because I was like, oh, it just has to be me. But no, totally. I remember like Monster Rancher and Digimon at like the same time being these like weird esoteric like. So the thing with the Monster Rancher games is that it was like a PlayStation game, and you could go to a thing because the whole thing in Monster Rancher was there were like these discs and you would activate them and a monster would come out. So in the game you could put a CD that wasn't the game in there and you would get a new monster.
Yes.
And I went to my dad's one time and he had like Led Zeppelin and all these old rock bands, and that's where all the good monsters are. They're all in classic rock bands.
Okay.
So I remember getting a lot of really good monsters from my dad's Led Zeppelin CD collection.
Hell yeah.
Were things actually assigned to you had to get like some certain CDs to get certain monsters, or was it like random, or was it?
I believe it was like
wow.
There may have been an element of randomness for like general CDs, but I think there were like specific like, you know, this album gets you this guy.
That's crazy.
Could be totally wrong. I'm drawing on a memory that's over 20 years old.
Sure.
This could be fake news.
This could be fake news.
That was a thing I really enjoyed back then, was like those toys and games that like tried to integrate with the real world in some way. Like, did you guys ever have like this or one of the permutations of it, like Scanners with a K and a Z?
Oh,
it was like a little digipet type of thing.
Oh, you just activated like a part of my like I can actually feel my head hurt when you said that. Like neurons are reconnecting that haven't been activated in a long time.
You know what I'm talking about?
My brain is like this happens a lot hanging out with you. You'll bring up something that like I haven't thought about in 20 years, and my brain will just be like, oh yeah, we got the scanner neurons. Let's get those guys going again.
100%. That is the weird thing now about getting older too. Is like sometimes someone will say something that you literally you haven't thought about in like 20 years, and it's like you're like, what? You remember it like so fucking clearly.
Yeah, like the commercial, like the logo, all that comes back to you.
Like there was this. I follow this guy on YouTube who just uploads movie trailers, and he uploaded the trailer for this movie, Cats Don't Dance. I don't know if you remember. It's like an animated movie.
Now you're doing that to me.
Yep.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yep. Okay.
I saw a trailer for that once or something.
It's about cats go to Hollywood. There's an evil little girl. She has a big butler too.
That's that movie. I thought that was the Aristocats for the longest time, and then I fucking watched the Aristocats. She wasn't in it, and I was like, where'd it go? Where'd she go? She had that musical number, the big and loud one.
Yep.
Fuck, dude. Okay. All right. Continue. Sorry.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes. See, that happened to me.
Wow.
I saw a trailer for that movie, and suddenly I was like, I remembered like everything about the movie all of a sudden.
Yeah,
it was like,
I remember the butler's face and
Yes.
shit. You look like Solomon Grundy.
Yes. Yes. And so like I never did this. I like literally was trying to find a way to download. I couldn't, so I actually just ended up renting it because I was like, I have to watch this movie right now in the second. Like nothing. I was like, I had plans and I delayed them.
Can't hang out. I gotta watch Cats Don't Dance.
And I met my friends at the bar later. They're like, "What was so important?" They said, "I was like, I had to watch Cats Don't Dance." They looked at me like I was a fucking psycho, which I yes,
that's the appropriate reaction to the words coming out of your mouth.
So I had to watch an 82-minute feature.
That wasn't a Disney. Well, who was that? Was that Don Bluth? Who was that?
No, it's like
Was it that Steven Spielberg studio?
No, it wasn't Amblin. It was weird. It's like it's like I think it was one of this only studios animations. That's why it's very weird. Like the cast, it's like they only made like one or two animated movies.
Oh wow.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a fucking bizarre. Like yeah, that was a weird moment in my life.
Damn. What were Scanners?
Oh yes.
Sorry, I have to go.
You're
my
good.
my
I'm
brain's
still
still
reeling
I
from
can
the
kind
fucking-
of. You said Scanners with a K, and I'm like, oh, it's like on the tip of my brain here.
They were these little handheld, like they were these like digipet looking things, and you could battle them against each other, and you would get more, and you would get like power ups and different monsters and stuff by scanning barcodes. It had a little infrared scanner.
Okay.
On top.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
I do remember this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like I got a couple of those for Christmas one year, and like tore the whole like pantry and everything apart, just looking for barcodes. Didn't bother fucking cleaning anything up or anything. Like I was just an absolute little asshole with these fucking things. My mom took me to the store like a day or two later, and I just was an absolute terror there. Just
running around scanning
grabbing
shit.
boxes and boxes of mac and cheese to scan the fucking codes and shit.
Wow,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay. Did Pokemon cause all this? Is this like what? Like, is this like
I think so,
yeah.
right?
is this like all like a direct result of just Pokemon becoming popular?
Well, I asked a question. We can talk about this now. Like, okay in the 80s,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Reagan and like the FCC or whatever were like, you can advertise to children now. Like
Yeah.
shows can sell things to kids, pretty
Mhm.
much. Like there's very few. So that's why we have like Transformers, He-Man, all that jazz. Is that decision? Did that allow Pokemon and Digimon and all this to happen? Right? Like, would we have that stuff now
Well,
if it weren't for that decision?
it almost feels as though stuff like Pokemon and G.I. Joe and all that is like a catch-22 is not the right word, but like they're making the thing for the kids to like that they can then
Yes.
sell stuff.
Yeah.
for,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
So like you're allowed to make children's programming, right? That's gonna
Mhm.
remain a thing.
Yeah.
So like
Mhm.
if you make the toys and the games and stuff after the show, as many of these did,
Mm-hmm.
is it still advertising to kids? I'm sure
Yeah.
some, with how fucky we like to get with these things, like, I'm sure some loophole would have been made, even if that
Oh, yeah.
particular law didn't get passed.
Well,
you
because
know?
I'm just thinking like if it is the case, like there's a line from like Reagan to like Weebs today. Like
you-
Weebs might not exist
Without Ronald Reagan,
without Ronald Reagan.
I want that shirt.
like we might not have SAC anime if it weren't for Ronald Reagan.
See, that's why John Hinckley shot.
He saw it.
The Jodie Foster thing was a cover-up. He was sent back in time to stop weeaboos from
He's like,
happening.
I can't let
Better
this
than
happen.
like, no, I have to stop this thing in the future called Pokemon.
My God.
God.
Holy shit.
What-
Do you think Ronald Reagan actually did watch any anime once in his life? Or-
Oh, yeah.
What
I-
animes has Ronald Reagan seen?
I bet he did it on accident.
When did he die?
Well, that's a good question. I don't think he died until like
Oh,
2000.
Yeah, I think it was like early 2000s.
So there's
So-
a possibility that like Ronald Reagan could have seen like Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop,
Yeah.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the 97
He just like
classics.
he really likes Gendo. He's just like, I like that guy.
Yeah. He's just like, people just don't understand.
Well, Shinji, go in that Eva.
Get the Eva, Shinji.
You really gotta go into Eva.
How did we get here?
He's like, if he were still president, he'd be like, we can't do the Star Wars program. Big robots, teenagers,
Nerve. We're making nerve.
make us nerve.
You gotta be alive on the inside. That's important.
We got to build nerve before the Russians do.
When did he die?
When did he die?
Because
I looked up the Vaporeon copy pasta. I'm not looking
yeah,
at it.
my phone's over there. It's not worth my time knowing when that shithole died.
Yeah,
Shit
I
back
mean,
then.
not soon enough.
Yeah.
is the
Oh,
real
yeah.
answer.
I mean, yeah, it is weird that like, I guess anime got bigger in America because of capitalism.
Yeah.
like it's like kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I think maybe you should say that, like, Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
wasn't directly trying to sell something to kids. I mean, it did.
Yeah.
You know,
like
but
action figures. They had a trading card game for a while.
yeah, but I feel like those were a result of Dragon Ball Z being popular and not a result of like a big plan by the people who made DBZ. I could be
Oh
wrong.
yeah. And Dragon Ball Z was still like pretty. It was still niche. Like people knew about it. Like everyone
Yeah.
knew about it. But like Pokemon, like everyone
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone like had it, played it, or like talked about it. Like they had like a working knowledge of it. Like
I
Yeah.
think it's this element of like you could fit yourself into the Pokemon world. Like Harry Potter did the
Yeah.
exact
Yeah.
thing, right? Like, what's your house gonna be? What's your the white ghost thing you shoot out of your wand gonna be? What kind of animal? Dragon Ball Z, just by nature, like you don't really fit in that world because
Yeah.
you're not Goku. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like every human in Dragon Ball Z, besides like Krillin and Tien and Yamcha, I guess, who still suck by the second saga. Like everyone else doesn't fucking matter. It's the Goku show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But like Pokemon, you could be, what type of Pokemon would you have? What would you want to do? Like it's
Mhm.
got this. It invites
yeah,
kids to like live in that world in their head.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there aren't like different fighting styles that you choose from, you know?
Yeah.
There isn't like the starter equivalent in DBZ.
Exactly. Like, which one would you be? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're not a chump, you want to be Goku or Vegeta, I guess.
Yeah, I mean those are the two. Those are the
that's a
two
cool
on.
one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I remember playing DBZ as a kid, like pretending to be the characters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I played Krillin because I knew he had Destructo Disc and Solar Flare. And those
Destructo
are
Disc
the
was
only
pretty cool.
moves I knew at the time as a kid who could because I
You
couldn't
about
watch.
covered it. He knows the Kamehameha, but he's not as good at it
Yeah.
as anyone else.
Mhm.
Okay, because my whole thing was watching DBZ was kind of like I could watch it if my parents weren't around.
Oh, it was
thing.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
too violent. You know,
Oh,
these people
okay.
are fighting and all that. You know.
My parents like made a shift to that. My dad and I used to play Mortal Kombat 2 when I was like very little. And then like one day he was just like, actually violent video games and TV are bad. I was like, but you just did fucking Scorpion's Fatality on me yesterday, and now you're telling me I can't fucking play like anything that's violent. So yeah, like he didn't know a lot of what I was watching, but like if he heard too much violent stuff going on, then like he would be like, hey, what you watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I would have to get really like strategic with the mute button, like if stuff's
Oh, yeah,
because if you just heard a bunch of like pew pew laser sounds and stuff like that, whatever, they're yelling fine. But like the second somebody starts like sounding like they're in actual pain, you have to like turn it off real
Nice.
quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
Get
the,
devious.
that was the weird move because I had stuff like that where I wasn't allowed to watch. Like I wasn't allowed to watch South Park or wrestling, and so I made out of my way to watch both those things as
Oh, of
like much
course.
as I possibly could.
yeah.
And then you always have to have like, okay, what's the channel that I could just hit the recall button to and switch back to or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta have
Yeah.
a way out. Yeah.
yeah, find your way out of there.
You're like,
yeah.
oh no, I was watching this the whole time. I was watching PBS.
I swear. Yeah, really thinking you're clever. Like, yeah, I was definitely watching this old man talk about poetry from the Civil War.
You know?
My parents will never know.
I did that to I accidentally switched back to like the Spanish channel at one point.
Ah,
And
yeah.
my mom was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm trying to learn Spanish." She's like, and she's like, "Oh, well, we could like put you in a Spanish class or something." Like, that's okay. That's all right. I'm not actually not. I'll do it myself.
Did your guys?
Like, she thought I was actually taking like a real interest in this. She's like, "Oh, that's great. Wow."
That's amazing.
Gotta love parents.
The Spanish channel for me growing up had anime on it though.
Did it?
Yes,
I did. Obviously, I didn't spend a lot of time on
it
it.
had anime that was further along. So like I remember I would watch like during the Namek saga they had the Cell saga in Spanish.
Oh, shit.
And so I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, because that was a thing. Because I'm gonna get the exact details wrong, but like the American translation of Dragon Ball Z for the dub is by way of like Japan to Brazil to America. So we're like actually like a language. There's like a language between
Okay.
Japanese and English,
Ah.
and that's why like the dub has like certain like thing like they don't call it Super Saiyan or something. I don't know. There's certain terms that are in the Japanese version that, or there's certain things that are in the English version that aren't exactly in the Japanese version.
I know there's like a lot of kind of swapping some pronunciation. Like the Japanese word is not Saiyan, it's Saiyajin, which Jin just means person. Like if you're American, you're America Jin, stuff like that. So like theoretically that means a person from Saya, but the place is called Vegeta, so I'm not sure how that works.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. But I don't
Hold
get it.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Japan. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, that's kind of what I've heard. So that you can find like Spanish speaking, or I guess Brazil doesn't speak Spanish, but like
Portuguese.
Portuguese, yeah. But I don't know. It's something like that. Yeah, so you can find other language versions of the Dragon Ball Z really easily because it didn't come to America right away.
Your face lit up so much talking. You're like I want to watch all of that.
Well, because I found all the weird English dubs
Yes.
of it and all that.
I remember
so.
you made some of us watch that for your birthday. What?
Yeah,
That's right.
Was that your birthday or was that after a
I
fan
think it
anime?
was after a second anime.
That's what
thing,
it was.
yeah.
I was one of
That
those.
sounds right.
Mm.
Oh, yep.
That was like the last winter. one.
Yeah, it was
like
the year.
dance.
It was the year I really phoned it in for the, cut together violent anime and all that. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But I love bad dubs. So suffer with me.
I mean, that dub we were watching we watched 2 episodes of Digitamers? Digimon
Yeah,
Tamers?
we watched the
Yes.
first one, and then we watched episode like 40 something.
Yes.
41, I believe.
That sounds right.
Okay, let's talk Digimon Tamers.
Yeah.
But before we do this, go on Google and look up the name of the writer because I'm not gonna get it wrong for the next 40
I
minutes.
feel like you got it right, but let's.
I'm almost positive it's Chiaki Konaka. Or Chiaki J. Konaka.
Chiaki J. Konaka. Exactly right.
Okay, good. I'm
posing
not
with,
canceled. Chiaki.
Who's this white guy he's posing with?
I have no idea.
There's a. I don't know.
No, nobody can see what you're talking about.
He's got some pretty wonderful hair.
It really does.
He's
flowing locks.
I guess he was involved in Ultraman to some capacity.
Yeah, so he wrote a number of episodes for Digimon Tamers, which is the main thing we're going to talk about. He also wrote Serial Experiments Lane. He wrote, I believe,
Air Gear?
Helsing.
I fucking love.
You wrote
Air Gear.
Helsing?
Yeah. Or yeah, he was series composition.
series
Yeah,
composition is
we're on the Wikipedia here. There's another show called Technolize, which kind of has like a cult following.
Oh,
He
okay,
writes
yeah.
I
really-
love Technolize.
He writes like kind of like the more like weird and esoteric stuff, which kind of makes Digimon Tamers stand out a little bit.
He really likes technology a lot, too. That's like his whole, like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
Oh, he did some Princess Tutu episodes. It's kind of a strange turn there.
I watched a video about that, and like when they needed to bring in somebody to write some of the weirder episodes, they're like, "We got our guy," you know. So we watched a couple episodes of Digimon Tamers today. The couple that he wrote. He wrote the first 3, and then let's see, and then we also watched 41 to just jump ahead because we're not going to watch this whole show.
No,
You know,
no.
Just to get ahead into the reviews. Digimon Tamers is not a keep watching for me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I would be curious to see what it's like because like I feel like in the dubbing process they end up changing a bunch of like the editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
The meaning of
probably...
So like I'd be curious to see what the Japanese looks like
Yeah.
just in general, but as of right now, yeah, definitely not a keep watching.
yeah, I would not. That first episode, I felt like there was more to be told to it. Just kind of stopped, and then I was like, "This is the end of the first episode."
He was
Yeah.
very slowly paced. Like I feel like in the first like 10 minutes of episode 1 of like Digimon Adventure, they're already like in the digital world with
Yeah.
their pals and stuff. This one like
Yeah.
it's just. Wouldn't it be cool if there was like a Digimon who looks like a lizard and
Because
he meets that Digimon later?
and maybe I'm off base. Maybe it is a 2-part for Digimon, the original series or season 1. But like, I feel like I like the little fucking egg dude evolves into Agumon and then beats
Koromon.
the shit out of something, and then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, there
you
needs
know?
to be. There wasn't really like
great.
a fight in that. He like watched a fight that was not that interesting.
Yeah, and his little guy like Gilmon or whatever killed rats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight up murders rats.
Yeah, he sees rats, he kills rats. We
Yeah,
don't see the
he
rats
defeated
scurry away.
Ratmon in a battle.
But I guess this,
He digitized them or something.
to kind of weirdly tie it back into the other stuff too, though, a lot of two tower, like a lot of like
A lot.
a lot of 9/11 imagery pre 9/11. Like,
Yeah,
it's
fucking
actually-
soothsayer over here. Shit.
Yeah, so so this show came out pre 9/11.
But like in the same year.
In the same year.
April 2001, right?
Yep.
Yeah, April 2001. Not long after we had September 11th, 2001. And then but this show, and I believe I read that this writer was affected by 9/11 and things like that. We'll kind of get into this. I guess let's talk about
here
this
we
writer
are,
here.
right?
Yeah.
So the writer here, so he was like affected by 9/11 at this time, and as time goes on, kind of starts to get more into right-wing conspiracies and things like that. And while I don't have like a hard grasp on every like firm thing he believes, from what I found, he's into like he's not a truther like that it's necessarily that like it was an inside job or anything,
Mhm.
but he definitely thinks there's like, or it sounds like he thinks that there's like discrepancies in what is talked about, right? Like the media is not telling the
Mhm.
entire truth.
I think I read too that he also believes the moon landing was faked.
Oh,
classic.
I didn't see
It's a
that
good
one.
Yeah.
Well, it's also that like he's also like with COVID.
Yeah.
He believes COVID is real, but that the truth isn't necessarily being talked about with that as well,
Yeah,
and
didn't
that the media is repressing like alternative information.
Yeah, I think I saw that he kind of, for some reason, blames Bill Gates for COVID.
Bill Gates.
Our boy Billy Gates.
Billy Gates.
Billy G. What? And how does? I wish he would walk us through that on the.
I mean,
Because I only know Bill Gates from like the whole like microchips are in the vaccines controversy.
yeah.
Okay, sure.
That somehow he put the microchips in there or
I
something.
think I think the writer also. This is where he also leans toward that. What's up?
Yeah.
Fuck, what was his name again?
Chiaki Konaka.
Yep.
Okay, Chiaki.
You guys remember the there was like some emergency signal thing that was gonna happen, like our phones were gonna make
Oh
noise.
yeah.
It was
Like a couple weeks ago.
yeah, something like that.
And then
Mhm.
we're gonna turn us all into like people who is gonna activate the vaccine in us and turn us into zombies.
exactly, yeah,
Yep,
it's gonna
yep.
activate your microchip or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Oh,
you
you-
guys?
You guys didn't have your microchip activated?
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
yeah.
Did you guys hear? I didn't get it. I like.
Oh, really?
I missed the rapture, guys. Like,
Oh.
Oh, I got it.
because like,
You just
I-
slowly fade away.
no, my phone buzzed a little bit, but it didn't make any noise or anything. Like
Yeah.
even Amber Alerts are louder. You know,
Yeah,
Weird.
Just,
Yeah, mine was loud.
I had mine
Yeah,
turned
mine
up
was
and everything.
loud,
I was
yeah.
ready for it.
You were all
I was-
excited.
yeah.
I
You were
play
like-
my whole day around it.
You're just like, God, please kill me right now.
I didn't know there was a conspiracy around.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
Because I saw like a YouTube video like a day before that like, hey, this thing's gonna happen.
Mhm.
But it wasn't a conspiracy video, it was just like a tech video type
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Weird. I love my favorite thing about right-wing conspiracies and QAnon is whenever they put a hard date on something.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Oh,
so
it's the
fun to see like, oh, actually that was never going to happen.
Yeah,
In
it's-
fact, it's this what we misinterpreted what Q said and actually
He wasn't wrong. We just didn't understand.
Yeah.
we just misunderstood when he said this is going to happen
Yeah.
on July 4th. you know?
Yeah.
So the other thing with this guy, I read a lot of articles about him and the conspiracies that he seems to believe in and all that. A lot of them brought up QAnon, which I can't find any definitive proof that he is a QAnon guy.
Mm.
They bring it up because it is like QAnon is a thing in Japan. Like some people who believe in Q like snuck into like a vaccine distribution thing and like
Wow.
messed with that
In Japan?
in Japan.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was something like that. So there are QAnon people who like Trump, believe in Q, and also don't live in America, which is insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
They
They make anime.
I feel like it makes like some amount of sense only insofar as like in a lot of parts of East Asia, Japan, China, Korea, Taiwan, stuff like that. Cults are a real issue. Like just in general, like, you know, somebody's got some sort of crackpot idea about like how the earth is a spaceship or whatever. And then like, you know, people get into it. And like the what I've heard about that is that like there's this sort of sense of, I mean, there's a sense of isolation kind of everywhere in the modern world, but like especially in East Asia where like, you know, their work culture is so intense and like, you know, there's sort of this like separation between like
They don't have cool
communities.
podcasts with their buds.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like every
This-
dude in their 30s.
this is how we stay out of cults, is this right here. But like, you know, the number one thing that pulls people into like cults, and I would kind of include QAnon in that, you know, umbrella term, is like you want community. You want people who are going to be around and understand you and like be sympathetic to your causes and stuff like that. And in order to get there, sometimes people can, you know, choose to believe some kind of wacky stuff.
Yeah, well, and it's a compelling narrative in a way, right? Like if you strip away any sort of like I don't know, like suspicion you should have about what they're saying. Like
Yeah.
this is a conspiracy about like stopping like powerful elite who are all pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything sucks because of them. That's why your life is so hard right now.
Totally. Yeah. And if you just took that on its surface, if you don't think about it at all, like, yeah, I would love to fight like elite pedophiles. Like those sound like bad dudes.
I'm tired of beating up the regular rank and file pedophile.
Yeah.
What elite.
You know,
Yeah, like I'm
getting
beating up
no XP here.
But
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to say, though. Have you guys tried adrenochrome?
Oh, all right, you got me.
All right.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, right?
And that's why this episode is brought to you by Adrenochrome.
Oh yeah.
Gamer Sup's Adrenochrome.
G Fuel.
G Fuel Adrenochrome.
Jesus.
Adrenochrome fuel.
You haven't had that new Mountain Dew flavor? It's adrenochrome.
Code Adrenochrome.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Back to Digimon.
Yeah, can we get back to the show about children
Yeah.
and stop talking about adrenochrome? Oh fuck. Anyways, we bring up all of this because there is a stage play that he wrote for the 20th anniversary of Digimon Tamers. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Does it suck?
It's really bizarre because I don't know how the show ends, but it seems like the show ends and then they just tell you facts that happened not in the show but are now canon apparently. Like
Yeah.
they show a bunch of fan art that's like
Yeah, well,
varying levels of quality.
So we found a fan sub
Yes.
of the stage play. I think the fan sub added the fan art.
Oh, that would make sense.
I think.
Well, I mean, it could be like because this seemed
I
like
could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
because this seemed
Oh,
like it was
I hadn't
something that
actually-
happened at like a convention or something.
Oh,
like
maybe
that.
it did. Maybe that
So,
was
like,
actually.
No, I think I think it was part of it.
Oh shit!
Because yeah, it was like a 20-year. It was like a 20th anniversary panel. I think they showed all that. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Yeah, maybe you're right. Because that's the whole thing. So like it takes place 20 years after the show. So I don't understand. Like I guess the show has at a certain point like characters of different times of themselves interacting with each other. Like
I don't know.
Hey,
how much
I'm.
of that happens in the show, but like, yeah, Takato is for some reason still a teenager.
yeah, they say it's like plucked from the time stream and like future him is gone and missing, but now 15-year-old him is back and interacting with like the old versions of his like friends, which
Yeah.
is a super bizarre concept.
Who like all have like jobs now
Yeah.
and stuff.
They're like feds. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Ooh.
What was his name? The one. He's
Yeah, like,
Henry in
he-
the original.
yeah, he-
or English.
They like all work at like the government agency that like took it over like to fight the Digimon or
Yeah,
like
the
I-
Digimon
I don't-
Pentagon or something.
but
Nyx. And
Nyx,
NYX.
yeah, yes,
There you go. Yep.
but I guess this is like I have never seen like a live reading of like an anime episode.
Oh
neither.
yeah. That was deeply upsetting.
Yes, that's exactly what I bring up. It was I hated that.
Yeah, the woman who plays like Kulumon, like totally knocking it out of the park. She's doing a great job.
Yeah.
No hate to her, but it is so insane watching someone make super high pitch monster noises, but looking at a human doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
I really feel like they should have had like their character on like a sheet in front of them so you could have known like who they were. I feel like
Yeah.
even if you were a fan of this show, you probably be like, why am I just watching these people do this? Like,
I feel that's got to be like because I mean we mentioned it like while we were watching it, but like there's every time a character addresses another one, they have to say their name
Yes.
like
Yeah.
several times.
Mhm.
Like, hi Ruki, it's so great to see you, Ruki. How have you been, Ruki? Like, and it's like, oh, I think that other actress she plays Ruki.
Yeah.
Rika in the
Yeah.
English.
It was it definitely threw me off too because we watched the only episodes we could find were of the dub, and so I was like, oh well, I remember the show pretty well. Like I'll remember the voices, and then I'm sitting there like, oh right, we watched the
Yeah.
dub, the Japanese voice actors,
And they
I-
still fucked with the names. They changed a bunch of the names.
Yeah.
I was like looking it up while we were watching it. or Henry in the English is Jian Liang. I don't know how to pronounce it.
not even close.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
God,
he's like a
Henry.
transfer student from China or something like that. And in the English, his name is Henry Wong. And then Rika is Ruki.
Mhm.
Takato is the same.
But
Yeah, that's a weird change from
From a Japanese name to a different Japanese name.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would do that.
I don't know either.
But these kids are now assembled, and
These adult children.
these adult children are now assembled, and I guess the former boss of NYX reappears, right? That's who that was.
Yes, yeah. There's
Yeah.
the former boss shows up to warn them
Mm-hmm.
about this new threat, political correctness.
It's kind of weird too, because the characters are kind of in the beginning, they're like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like that doesn't sound.
Yeah.
They treat it very much like, what do you,
Sure,
like
man.
what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Which is like how most people react. Like, oh, dude, political correctness is just ruining everything. Like, who are you? Like, what?
But then when he explains the dangers of political correctness, he's like, they make it so that you can't express a differing opinion online, and they'll shut you down. They'll fucking get you, and they're like, that sounds really bad.
Yeah, somebody calls it the paradox of intolerance.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
according to the fans.
yes, but also it's like fucking people who talk about cancel culture all the goddamn time. It's like no one actually gets canceled. Like who the fuck actually gets?
No.
You just
Louis
make more
CK
money.
is still touring, you know.
Yeah, like he just won a fucking Grammy.
Yeah. Wait, did?
Yes.
No fucking way.
Yeah, he won a Grammy for a comedy album.
Jesus.
So it's
Yeah,
like no,
nobody gets canceled.
no, just like no. You just have a different audience now. No one is ever actually silenced. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so it's just like people love talking about that shit. So then like that's just what happens here. It's just like these kids are like, well, fucking whatever, man.
Well, that's because it's all part of the grift, right? Is you simultaneously have to be like, you know, like I'm a strong person, I'm in charge, I'm doing what I want to do, but also I'm the victim of
Yes.
society.
Anyone who says I'm being silenced gets to say that on like 12 different platforms.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you're on television. You're on like
Yeah.
a fucking, you're on this like YouTube video that has like 15 million views. No one's silencing shit.
I just can't say what I really want to say. What do you want to say that you can't say right now?
N-word.
Yeah,
It's always the N-word.
It's always the N-word.
I was shocked there wasn't like race stuff in this. Like,
Yeah,
Me
well,
too,
'cause
actually.
it's weirdly American with how like a character says like fake news at some
Yes.
point.
He
I'm like,
does. It's the same guy when he's
yeah, like
explaining
yeah,
that.
because
Yeah.
basically one old man's yelling at a bunch of 30-year-olds essentially.
yeah,
Like, it's kind of like our lives. Like, like, honestly, I actually just am seeing this
Wait,
now.
hold on.
This is just us. We're living this.
But it's from the old man's perspective of like, these 30-year-olds will respect me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's the thing, because it's weird, because so there's these are his feelings, but he's not even. It doesn't seem like an actual viable threat. Like literally, so it's like music starts playing. He says like words in the sky. It says like political correctness has appeared. And like,
Yeah.
it's like in the sky, and you're like, what does that mean?
A new challenger approaches.
Well, and it's weird too because like if like we watched it and like so if it's like maybe let's say 22 minutes long, right?
Yes.
Like the whole stage play.
Yeah.
12 of the minutes are just characters interacting with each other.
Yeah, okay, that's
You know?
that's a very
They're
good point.
just chatting.
They're just chatting.
It seems like a normal episode of the show for like 10 minutes. Like,
The threat comes out of fucking nowhere.
It just appears
And then
and then Gargomon or Terriermon digivolves into Gargomon, and he shoots it with his gun hand.
he does, but then
Yeah.
political correctness evolves into cancel culture, right?
Well, no, he
I thought- no,
activates.
it's-
He
ability
his
is
power.
cancel culture.
Yeah. His power is canceled.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful part where the screen shows this like thing, and it's like political correctness is activating cancel culture.
It kind of looks. Have either of you seen the newest Mission Impossible movie?
No.
Okay, there's like the bad guy in that is AI.
Oh, wonderful.
No, it actually is great. Like the last Tom Cruise movies, that and Top Gun Maverick, both movies about like, well, man, fucking AI sucks. And I'm like,
That's so good.
but like it looks like that. Like it's represented as this little black little circle thing. It looks like that, like the Digimon thing.
That's great.
So I was just like, oh my god, he's fighting the entity.
The guy who wrote Serial Experiments Lane both predicted AI and the internet.
Oh,
and
yeah.
political correctness after it happened.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing that's so bizarre about this whole political. Like we kept waiting for. Like there were characters that were missing, right? Like Gulamon and fucking
The
Fox thing, and like
Renamon.
we're like, are we gonna learn that they got canceled or that
God,
they
I
got?
want that so badly.
And like they never
They keep
explicitly stated
mentioning
it.
them. Guilmon's voice shows up in the
Yep.
end.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like for something where literally there's the line, political correctness is activating cancel culture, and everybody's like, this is a much more nefarious type thing that's happening. There's nothing political is really being said other than like political correctness is wrong. And like, what do you mean by political correctness? Empty.
I don't
Nothing.
get to say the things I want to say.
Yeah, but like they don't even say like what are the things that they want.
Yes.
Like no, no character gets shut down by political correctness.
No.
Like they shoot it, and then it's like political correctness
Just
is
got
like
away.
is moving somewhere else, and then it just fucking ends.
Yeah, well, okay, that's also the most bizarre thing. I thought you're doing a 20th anniversary thing. You're gonna tell a complete story to send the people home happy.
They're not actually going to greenlight a new Digimon Tamers.
Yeah,
It just ends.
it just fucking ends.
Literally, a person comes out and sings like an ending theme, and you're like, "This is insane!" Like,
And then they do a next time on Digimon.
Yes!
Yeah,
Fucking thing.
and the next time on Digimon does not touch political correctness at all. It's just like, hey, next time we're gonna all hang out and fucking do this or whatever. And the next episode's gonna be called "You Can Be a Tamer Too."
Yes.
And then it's like, what the fuck does that have to do? Like, you can't go on this like fucking right wing like rant and then just be like, oh no big deal.
no big deal. There's no. Maybe we'll make more Digimon, and I'm like, I want.
The weird thing is, like, aside from that one guy's rant about like what political correctness means or whatever,
Yeah.
like it's really just the proper nouns, right? Like you could have replaced the word political correctness with Diaboromon and cancel culture with whatever Diaboromon's attack was
Yeah.
in the movie, and it would have been exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
This is like church youth group putting on a play levels, right?
Totally.
That's such a fucking good way of putting it.
I've been there.
Holy shit.
Is there like a reverse of like virtue signaling? Because that's kind of what this
Yeah, where you're showing that you don't know what you're talking about.
like, because that's kind of what this feels like.
Yeah.
I didn't know that could exist, but apparently it can. In a 20-year anniversary of Digimon Tamers. I just like. I want more of it. It's like I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, actually. Like I just want to know where it goes.
Because
Like,
especially if it's like, if that's the format where it's like 15 minutes of the 22-minute episode are just normal Digimon stuff, and then like 5 minutes are just like political tirade.
so that's the thing that it kind of exists in a way. The guy who Chiaka Konaka wrote a blog that was reflecting on Digimon Tamers, and he was kind of going episode by episode, and where people kind of found out that he believed some of these right-wing things is that he would be going like episode by episode, and then every once in a while would just break into like a right-wing tirade about like on his blog, you know, that was
so
essentially just about Digimon Tamers.
So, see, that's like,
So that's what you kind of have it out there.
I guess, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's kind of what like, oh man. Maybe more politicians should just have like to tell like make animes or stories where it's like 15 minutes and then like 5 other minutes of just insane like with their beliefs just shoehorned into something.
Yeah, they used to have in the 80s that shows had to have a certain amount of like educational time associated, like just a certain amount of time of just unhinged political rants.
Oh yeah, like, oh man, just like in any like Warner Brothers thing, there's 5 minutes I just can hear David Zaslav just what the fuck that guy's like.
they should start working that into more Digimon episodes or Appmon or whatever the fuck they're called these
Yeah,
days.
whatever they're dealing with. It's like it is really. I feel the levels of like irony like just hurting me on so many different levels right now, because it's like just to speak clearly, like all of this shit about like being like political correctness is ruining everything is the dumbest fucking argument anybody can make.
100%.
But holy shit, do I want a Digimon show that's like about political correctness is destroying the internet or whatever. Like I will watch every fucking episode.
Yeah, I
will ruin this earth.
I mean, I fucking love watching right-wing like movies and just art. I know this sounds insane, but
I get it.
but like just watching these people have to try and tell a coherent story and figure it out is like so fascinating, and it's like such an inside look at their mind that like it's like I don't pay for any of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
no,
oh
good.
like I mentioned this. I stole the Sound of Freedom.
Well, what was that like right wing like Christmas movie where like the mayor wants to put Christmas everywhere?
Yeah.
That movie is the most like anti right wing control ever made, and it's supposed to be sympathetic to them.
Yes.
And like it shows every person who's like, we should put Christmas stuff everywhere as like an unhinged psychopath, but they're supposed to be the good guys.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a
Really.
great
What movie is
movie.
this?
I forget what it is, but the bad guys are the NAACP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they don't think that a government organization should be putting Christmas stuff everywhere. That's their whole thing.
Yeah, and then a kid shows an entire Jim of Snuff film of a soldier dying.
Yeah, he shows
Whoa.
his dad dying in an unnamed war somewhere else, and it's
then
supposed to
they're
be like oh, isn't this like sad? Isn't he such a hero? But they never say what the war is.
It's on Christmas.
It's a Christmas war.
The
I don't
War
know.
on Christmas.
Exactly,
actually
man.
bought
Yeah.
it. I
mean-
have a thought of Chiaki Konata.
Konaka. Yeah, pretty sure.
I
I don't know why I'm correcting you because I'm probably wrong.
no, you're probably no. You know what? Konata is the main character of Lucky Star.
Oh.
I have this like crystal clear image of him in my head watching that same episode of Digimon that we watched for the Christmas special, where
Yeah.
there's a Digimon that deletes December 25th from everyone's calendar.
Oh, what?
And everyone just goes like, I guess Christmas doesn't exist. Like there's the 24th, the 26th. Christmas is gone.
Wait, what
no more Christmas.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
that is the plot of the episode.
Yeah.
And then when
Do
they
they
kill
get-
the Digimon, it comes back. Christmas comes back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. From what you said, it's not like he did it on accident, but this is
No. He's
this
very
is-
intentional.
Okay, this is an act of malice.
He's like,
I'm gonna get
What's
rid
his
of
name?
Christmas.
Do you,
like a
do you-
digital
do you-
Grinch.
do you
Yeah.
remember his name?
No, I don't remember.
He was
Oh,
well, it's
I'm saying.
Calendarmon.
Oh, it was Calendarmon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
calendar.
like Calandramon or
Sure,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like it. But I just have this crystal clear image of my head in my head of Kanaka watching that and like leaning to his kid or whatever and going like, that's what they're trying to do in real life.
Well,
that's gonna happen, you know.
That's the fucking funniest part is that there's like it's all because the government has passed this like Internet Decency Act, and it's like
Oh yeah, the digital.
Yeah.
Information
yeah,
Act or
and
whatever.
I guess I don't know Japanese politics at all or whatever, but like there's this just so resonates with like with saying fake news and like just from like an American perspective, it's like shut the fuck up. Like nobody gives a shit about your like weak political correctness.
Yes.
Nobody's trying to stop you
Your life isn't going to change at all.
at all.
You're probably going to make more money now.
He stopped writing for anime in 2007, so it's not even like he was like canceled. It's not like this was like detrimental to his career. Really, it just
his stuff just stopped being very good.
yeah. Well, and it's like oh no, we might have stopped watching Digimon Tamers now that we know this. Ah, fuck no, nobody's watching it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain level of like, I guess, and it's so pointless to point out like the hypocrisy in this kind of stuff. Like they know it doesn't matter, but like there's just such a level of like irony and like cognitive dissonance that like you are putting on a stage play. You have a
Yes.
dozen people hired to read the words you've written about how you're being silenced.
Yes. No, exactly.
So good, yes.
No, totally. And it's at like an anniversary thing for you, essentially.
Yeah.
And it was filmed too. Like it's like this was not hard to find. Like it was just
It
it was
was it all the way to us, you know.
It is like difficult enough to find in that like it's not just on YouTube.
yes.
You know,
Sure.
like we had to do a very marginal amount of digging. To
Oh
dig it.
yeah.
Had to Google it.
I had to
Yeah.
Google like translated, you know,
Mm-hmm.
cancel culture or whatever. But
But I mean, what other animes do you think would be good to have little far right explosions?
whoa,
Like, would you like to? Ooh, I mean, like, I think Attack on Titan.
I was about to say, give
Attack
that
on
10
Titan
years, that's
has one.
happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
Attack
Yeah.
on Titan has one. It's called Attack on Titan.
It's called season. It's called the many parts of season 4. Yeah.
I'm like, I was about to say I'm half kidding. Like maybe like a quarter,
No.
like an eighth kidding.
I Attack on Titan is so fucked on its like far right analogy too like I haven't finished season 4, and maybe I'm just dumb, but it feels like who gives a shit? Attack on Titan sucks.
Is that like season
we're
4
gonna
part 2, whatever? Like that? Is that like?
yeah, I've watched part 1 and part 2. I haven't watched part 3 and then part 3, part 2.
Is it
Part
what?
2,
Wasn't part 2 literally called like the final chapter, and then they made a part 3?
Season 4 is called
my
the final
friend.
season.
Part 4 is called the final season or the final chapter. Yeah, final chapter.
Yeah, so
Ugh.
because we're on season 4 and
then
it's
they
the
made
final
4 more.
season. It's the final season, and then it has 4 parts.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that like I remember when that came out, and I was like, "This is bad. I am not going to watch this," and I feel so vindicated.
I thought it had a lot of interesting ideas. Funny enough, though, like the transfer from Wit Studio to Studio Mappa was like kind of a downgrade animation wise.
Yeah,
We're a very pro Mappa podcast, but
Pro
yeah, that
Mappa
one-
usually.
Yeah, typically, but that one was like a little rough.
Yeah.
I was interested to see where it was going, but like first and foremost, like I restarted my journey on Attack on Titan, like from season 2 and on, just to see how it finishes. And then they kept that from me for like 2 years, and I'm still very upset
Yeah.
about it.
You lived in this building when you told me
I did.
I need to watch season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3 is genuinely like an enigma in like that it ends really fucking good.
Shout outs, Cowboy Kenny.
Cowboy Kenny, the last episode, the last fucking 15 minutes, I was like, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
It's all fucking worth it. It was all worth it up to this point. And then
Yeah.
season 4 was like, actually, Stu, fuck you. We tricked you. We're actually stupid as shit, dumbass. We don't know what we're doing, idiot.
How 4 was kind of fun.
I hate season 4
Really?
with a passion.
Really?
I hate it.
Man.
I
If I
hate-
remembered more of what happened in it, I would argue with
Well,
you about this, but
We'll-
I kind of don't.
We'll talk about it after this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I appreciate that like seems like the most like American like thing of just being like, oh, we'll wing it. Like it doesn't feel like an anime thing. It just feels like some psycho's like, well, I don't know how to finish this. Like it feels like Game of Thrones or some shit. Like it feels like
Yeah.
that.
I've heard nothing but like I've heard a lot of people talk about because the series just ended like a few
Oh,
weeks
it actually is done
It
now.
is like over the final episode has come out. I've heard a lot of people saying a lot of really good things about the ending of it. Like apparently it's supposed to be really great, like, you know, just crazy animation and all that.
Because people hated the manga. ending.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what's got me so curious because people hated the manga ending.
Yeah.
But people really like the anime ending. And maybe because they're just different people, but like what's going on there?
Is this an elite group of pedophiles who liked it?
Yeah. Hillary Clinton told me herself that she loved the ending of season 4, part 3, part 2,
Oh boy.
the final season. I would love. Okay, easy answer to the right wing, unhinged Pokemon. Let me hear Ash reason with somebody why it was really cool that at age 10 he left. I want to hear that. Yeah, I feel like that's a solid one.
Yeah, I would like hear Ash talk, or hear Professor Oak talk about why critical race theory shouldn't be taught.
You know, humans can be divided into types too.
I've been trying to classify humans on the side.
Yeah, I actually use skull size.
Oh no!
Professor Oak, put the calipers away. No.
I think he's actually perfect. He's not a professor of Pokemon. He's a phrenologist.
Oh fuck. Shit.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I feel like Full Metal Alchemist would be like a kind of
Ooh.
no-brainer for that kind of thing.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like it and Attack on Titan have like the German influences, so
Like-
it's really
like
easy
the-
to like lean into that.
Like the military, there's like pseudo paramilitary fascist vibes.
Yeah, but instead it's like actually this military fascism stuff's really
pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah, it's actually
yeah.
pretty fucking sick.
You know, you really should support the state.
Yeah, you know, you're the Full Metal Alchemist, and that's really good. And I enjoy working for the metal or for the military.
For the metal.
For the metal. Yeah, I lost it a little bit. Fuck.
I think that's.
Yeah.
Those are
I think-
good.
yeah.
I think the.
Pass probably.
Mhm.
It's just anime Minority Report.
Ooh.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh would be great if like the grandpa would show up every once in a while and just like go on like one of those rants, you know?
Oh boy.
We need to bring back the Emperor, Yuki. You got to rescue him from the Shadow Realm. Pegasus is working for Antifa.
You could redo Goku going to Namek, but instead of training, he's just listening to podcasts.
Radicalized mid-flight. Yeah.
Gohan, you have to listen to Jordan Peterson. He's the only one who could raise you correctly.
He brings up a lot of good points.
Piccolo's not his real dad. It's Jordan Peterson.
Exactly.
The real threat to the planet Earth is cultural Marxism.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's who shows up. It's instead of like Cell is defeated by cultural Marxism, the new threat.
Hell yeah. I sincerely hope that like there's a couple people. This is the like they're like, who the fuck is this guy they keep bringing back? He just talks about this weird shit like this. Why are they friends with this guy? Oh boy.
Oh man. Ben Shapiro shows up at the like as a Deus Ex Machina to like
God, yes.
defeat Android Marx or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, when the full moon, when a Saiyan sees a full moon, they turn into Benjamin.
You know, Dr. Giro looks vaguely Russian, you know?
He turns into it like a giant ape or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Instead, he's like, you know, like, I want to take from hardworking Americans and give to the lazy.
Mhm.
He's just only attacking people like the, you know, working class.
Exactly. I'm glad this is what I bring.
Yeah, this has been
This is good content,
this is
baby.
this has been a really good episode, which means it's gonna be a really bad episode. Actually, I'm gonna be listening to this like, what we said what?
We're going to get 7 views. That's okay.
Oh fuck! How long have we been going here?
96 minutes.
Perfect.
Not bad.
Okay. Well, that's our review. Anyways, you guys want to get to the review portion here?
Oh,
Okay. So we have our review system. It's keep watching, and total garbage. So for Digimon Tamers, the stage play, the 20th anniversary, where they battle political correctness and cancel culture, would you guys give it a keep watching and or a total garbage?
Well, we finished it.
we did. We did
I
finish
guess
it.
it's like watch it again
Yeah.
instead of keep watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna show people this.
yeah.
Like,
That's fair.
but like, also, okay. So like, maybe we do it in this metric that like, say he got to make a full like 50 episode season after
Yes,
this,
I'm watching it. Absolutely.
but it's only in that stage play format. We're gonna have to watch it like.
Oh.
Not 50, but like if there I would
Yeah.
at least start the next one if like
Yeah.
if another one showed up.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but that would be a total garbage for me because unless they found a way to like put the characters in front of the people, I got lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch like a full series of that. Like you said, 100%. If they made more, I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a masochist.
Yeah.
But even my masochism has limits where I don't. If I had to watch the stage play version of every episode, oh boy, that would
Yeah.
that'd be bad.
I would watch like a movie for sure.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh,
like a
sure.
Digimon far right movie. I'd watch that real quick. The Digimon Sound of Freedom, you know?
Oh God.
Why is all the tickets sold out to Digimon Sound of Freedom?
Did you know that Sound of Freedom had this weird thing where you could just like get tickets to it for free, and that's why it made so much money too? You could just people could just see it for free.
Oh, because that was the whole conspiracy is that people were like, oh, the tickets are sold out, but there's nobody in the theater.
Yes, literally, there was a QR code in the credits that you could scan and just get free tickets again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Because, hey, real talk. I mean, that's the whole thing about all this political correctness, all this weird far right stuff. Nobody gives a shit.
No,
Nobody gives a shit.
no
Like,
one gives a shit.
If you're not terminally online, nobody is talking about political correctness.
Oh.
Like at most, your conservative boomer like relative who's not terminally online is just like, yeah, I think political correctness is wrong. Why? I don't know. It just doesn't sound good.
Well,
They told me that was bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have any deeper thought to it.
the word being used, like totally, but like even just the term being used, political correctness, is so like old by now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we're 3 euphemisms back at this point.
Oh no, yeah.
Woke is the new word that like people
Well, yeah,
get
well,
pissed
well,
about.
I mean,
And it doesn't matter, like, you know, if there's like a woman talking on the screen or if there's like a brown person in the vicinity or like someone mentions transgender people without like a violent gesture, like then someone out there is like, this is woke bullshit and I hate it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, the woke mind virus.
There's like a bunch of like Steam reviews and shit like that of people being like, I would enjoy this game, but it's woke because this woman has blue hair. You know?
So fucking like hacky and weird. Like it's just like the biggest shorthand. Like I know people were mad about like the Resident Evil 4 remake, like Ada. They're like, this actress is bad. And it's bad they cast an Asian woman to play an Asian woman. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
A game is woke because of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to throw the whole thing away. It's
Yeah.
too woke.
Too woke.
It woke.
I don't know. It sounds like such a fucking terrible way to live.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine being that fucking angered about everything that happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
That's because you're a soy boy.
I'm a big old soy boy, and I love. I'm drinking my soy beers here.
Three beta cucks right here.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Our combined testosterone level is, I don't know what the right level, the right number
no, fuck
is,
it. We're
but
over.
lower than that.
Oh,
Or higher than that?
I don't even know if we register on
Dude.
the scale.
Yeah.
It just says that there's
I mean,
no
too much
testosterone.
No, actually, they've got no hormones.
It's actually none, yeah.
They're at a perfect parity.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, fuck the right wing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Midichlorians.
Midi-chlorians.
Midi-chlorians.
Anyways, let's get to plugs. Brendan, you got anything you want to plug?
Uh,
Anything you got going on?
no.
All right, cool. Nobody ever really does.
You could follow me on the Dying website, Twitter. I guess.
Indeed, yeah.
You're on Letterboxd.
I am on Letterboxd. Just if you type "mean old pig" into any social media platform I'm on it, you'll find it there.
Yeah,
It's one name for using for fucking 20 years.
it's a good name.
is a good
And then Ian is our buddy. Ian is like nice young piglet.
He abandoned that. He never took it to the lengths.
It took me years to realize that it was supposed to be the inverse of your
Yes.
thing.
Yep. And again, yeah, mine's from Saw.
Oh, finally saw Jigsaw and Spiral.
Oh yeah.
From
Oh.
the Book of
Still gotta
Saw.
watch
So
it.
we got to talk about that afterwards.
Oh hell yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy, I have.
You got to see him, Bucker.
Yeah, I really do.
Follow up on last episode. You got to see him.
Yeah.
You want to hear Jigsaw's? You want to hear him, John Kramer, speak to me? He goes, "No holla,
no. He says what?
no holla."
No holla?
Yeah, it just means don't push.
Oh.
It's a. Oh man, there's some
Good
good.
times.
There's some good. There's some. Oh, my boy John Kramer.
Well, what are you plugging?
I make music. You can listen to it on the internet. Just type the Octomammoth into like any streaming service you can think of. I'm probably on it. I don't really have anything like concrete coming out in the near future, or maybe I will. I don't know. Yeah, listen to my music. You can also follow me at 8mammoth, 8 MAMMOTH on X/Twitter. And also on co-host.
You sounded so uncomfortable calling it X.
Listen,
So hard.
I hate to be this guy, but so my phone has been broken for the last 12 days.
Ooh, oh.
And like I can still
Going analog.
I can still access it, but the screen is broken.
Yeah, yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
I can't look at anything on there.
Oh,
Guys, I've been off social media for basically like 12 days.
damn.
Get away from it. Get away from all the political correctness, all the cultural Marxism, the cancel culture, oral Marxism. Oh, guys, you guys got to get away.
Can't do it, man. I just posted a clip of me playing a song from Mega Man 8 on the
shit.
piano.
All right.
And
I'll-
it's got like
Yeah.
2,500 views. I'm addicted, baby.
Oh shit!
Oh,
all right, all right. I'll get
yeah,
on some-
hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. You can follow this show here. We're on YouTube. We're on Podbean.
Mhm.
We're on Spotify. So you can find Battle School Dropouts on any of those things there. Subscribe to this channel, like the video, post a little comment below. Go watch the Parasite video, which I thought was really fun, but only has like 4 views as of recording. So go check it out. I think it was a really fun one.
Yeah, that was fun.
I liked this episode a lot too, guys.
Oh yeah,
It was a great time.
I think.
So what are you guys gonna do with your last moments before you get canceled from the internet?
Ooh, do some more Adrena Cross.
Slurs.
Let's get some slurs in. I'm gonna use the N word a lot. I think that'll be really fun.
Yeah, more than you already do.
Yeah. I do say neighbor a lot. Jesus commanded us to love thy N word. Anyways, guys, have a good night.
That's it.
Ending with that.
Yeah, not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.